So conversations ongoing between Chelsea and Michael Olise. Manchester United, Newcastle remain still there. Both clubs are really interested in Olise. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, many things to say, from Michael Olise to Chelsea swap, Mason Greenwood, Federico Chiesa, Mats Hummels, managers. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me start today with managers, because after Manchester United keeping Ten Hag as their coach, what's important to say today is that it's over between Borussia Dortmund and Edin Terzic. So the manager of Borussia Dortmund, after the Champions League final, because of many problems internally, decides to leave the club. So they part ways. Edin Terzic leaves Borussia Dortmund. The big favorite, the big candidate to become the new manager is former Borussia Dortmund midfielder and now in the staff of Terzic in the recent months, Nuri Sahin is the big favorite to be the new coach. So discussions ongoing, but he's the big favorite while I'm talking. And there is more than a favorite. I would say almost here we go for Olympique Marseille fans, Roberto De Zerbi. Yes, Roberto De Zerbi as new manager of Olympique Marseille. There is an agreement between Roberto De Zerbi and Marseille on the contract. It's a 3-year deal. So everything is fixed between De Zerbi and Marseille, waiting just on some final details, but everything is on the right way. What is needed now is just an agreement between Olympique Marseille and Brighton, because when De Zerbi left Brighton, the clause into his contract changed from 15 million euros to something around 5-6 million euros. This is the value of the new exit compensation. So now Olympique Marseille have to proceed. What I'm told is that they are already working on that, and so De Zerbi is really close to becoming the new head coach of Olympique Marseille. A really surprising one. Would be a fantastic one for Olympique Marseille, for Pablo Longoria, Mehdi Benatia, and all the people at the club. Then guys, important to mention something on Michael Olise. This is one of the big stories. Let me say that we never left this way. We mentioned Michael Olise in October, in November, in December, in the recent months as a target also for Chelsea and not only for Manchester United. Chelsea have always been there. Now I see the name everywhere for Chelsea, but Olise has always been in the thoughts of Chelsea, and especially of some people into the board, really considering Olise a fantastic player. This is why Chelsea have approached Crystal Palace formally to ask about the release clause of Michael Olise. They want to understand how does it work, because it's true that there are many people into the industry believing, because these details of the clause are still private in terms of official documents, but believing that the clause is only valid for Champions League clubs. But what's the point? Chelsea approached Crystal Palace to understand about the clause, but also to have, this is the crucial point, the green light to have a conversation with Michael Olise and his agents over the contract. So Chelsea don't want to arrive to the point they agree the contract with the player and then they have a problem with Crystal Palace. But they want Crystal Palace to be in good conversation with them, and they first of all want to agree on personal terms with the player. This is the mission for Chelsea, to agree on terms with Olise and to have Olise going to Palace and say, I want to go to Chelsea. This is Chelsea mission now. They have to make it happen, they want to make it happen, and this is why they asked for permission to talk to the player. So conversations ongoing between Chelsea and Michael Olise. Manchester United, Newcastle remain still there. Both clubs are really interested in Olise and remain in a conversation for him, but they have the same problem about Champions League. And then we also heard rumors about clubs from abroad. It's true that some clubs asked about the situation of Olise, but at the moment, Premier League clubs are the ones who are really pushing for Olise as top priority, with Chelsea now going very serious on this one. They wanted Olise last summer, and they are back in conversation now, and they will try their best to agree on personal terms with Olise, and then to agree with Crystal Palace on same value of the release clause. So Chelsea are working on Olise. As I told you in the last video and in the last few days, Chelsea keep working also on John Duran as new striker. Conversations ongoing between Chelsea and Aston Villa. So talks are absolutely ongoing between clubs and also between Chelsea and the agents of Duran about the contract, the salary, the commission. So the entire package is being discussed, also the contract of Duran. Duran has been approached also from other clubs. As I told you, some clubs have been calling in the recent days. Clubs, important clubs, prepared to enter the race for Duran. But now Chelsea are still considered the favorite because they know the player wants to go to Chelsea. Duran wants to go to Chelsea. And so now it's on them to agree personal terms, agent fee, and also obviously important to agree a deal with Aston Villa. With Conor Gallagher at the moment looks really unlikely to be involved in this deal because Gallagher doesn't want to decide anything now. Gallagher doesn't want to be part of any swap deal before the Euros. He wants to focus on the Euros, and so probably Gallagher is not going to be part of this story, but Gallagher will be one to watch in the next months. And then, guys, about opportunities and important ones, we have to keep an eye also on Manchester United. We keep repeating since February, March, and now even more with Erik ten Hag staying at the club. For Mason Greenwood is over at Manchester United. They want to sell Mason Greenwood. My information is that it could be a loan with obligation to buy too, so it could be that kind of formula, not only a permanent move, but also a potential loan move with buy obligation, not option. This is the idea. So let's see what's going to happen, but Man United are considering many possibilities around Europe for Mason Greenwood. There is a lot of interest. Man United will take their time to pick the best proposal. There is interest from Juventus, yes. There have been conversations between Juventus and Man United, but before saying that Mason Greenwood will go to Juventus, we have to wait for Juventus to sell at least one offensive player, with Matthias Soulé attracting interest from West Ham, and not only. So Soulé could be one to watch in terms of exits, and also important to say, we have to follow the situation of Federico Chiesa, because Chiesa is another interesting situation for this transfer window. There was a meeting in the last 24 hours between the agent of Chiesa, Fali Ramadani, and Juventus. In this meeting, Juventus confirmed that they are open to let Federico Chiesa leave in the summer transfer window. So Juve, in case they receive a proposal for Chiesa, they are open to letting him go. But Federico Chiesa wants to wait before deciding what's the best option for him. So Chiesa will not be in a rush for that. He wants to focus on the Euros, play at his best level, and then decide after whether he wants to stay at Juventus and maybe negotiate a new contract or leave the club for a different project, a different opportunity. So Chiesa will take his time, but Juventus have been clear with Chiesa. In case they receive a good proposal, they are prepared to let him go. So Chiesa, Soulé, both players are considering these their future because there is a concrete possibility to leave Juventus. Then probably at the end of the day we leave only one of them, but both players are assessing all the options and both players will take their time to decide what they want to do. With interest from West Ham in Matthias Soulé, but also other clubs, and also with Federico Chiesa exploring all the possible options after the Euros. For Juventus, Greenwood is a topic, but not only for Juventus, because Man United remain open to the market. They want to sell Greenwood, they want to sell Jadon Sancho, £40 million. This is the price tag, and Manchester United remain on the position for Sancho, especially now with Erik ten Hag staying at the club, and so for sure is going to be busy around all these players with wingers in a crucial moment of the transfer market, with many things to happen really soon. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories. It's always important to mention on Olise, managers, but also the situation of John Duran and all the others. I wait for your opinion, guys, as always, here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and guys, get ready because the summer transfer window is entering into important weeks. We are entering into the Euros. Many things will happen, so we will be together here on the channel. Keep following. See you soon with Fabrizio.